Hi everyone and welcome back to Path of Exile Hardcore Adventures in Delirium League. Let's go! Let's go! So, I have changed some stuff up. I bought myself two wands, which is okay, and I got our three links working a bit better with Arcane Search and Void Manipulation on both of them. We still have Freezing Pulse with Onslaught support on us, but I don't think we will need to use that. I also changed up how my gear works, or how my spells work. And yeah, I just want to see how this goes. Basically, yeah, it seems to work pretty nicely though. That's so far so good, actually. Nice, yeah, okay. The only thing I'm thinking about is ouch, that our mana regen is basically non-existent, so that could be something to look out for a little bit. But yeah, damage over time is good, and we increased our spell damage with the wands, so that should work out pretty nicely, actually. I hope so, at least. For now, it seems to be fine, so yay! Oh, I just realized something. Ah, ha ha ha. UI. I had to reinstall my item filter. Ah, it's still on semi-strict. Good. Because some stuff was missing. So yeah, I just updated my filter and we should be good now. We should be good. Ah, we also have a level up, which is nice. Let's take more life. Because you're playing hardcore, right? I don't want any chances. Alrighty. Feels good, feels good. Also, to follow up on the other videos, I was talking about League Start and how smooth it went. We did run into some problems when I'm playing with a friend. We suddenly noticed that spellcasting was sometimes very off, and we couldn't put our finger on it. Why that was? It just wouldn't. It wouldn't let us cast our spells, and it was really strange. So yeah, hopefully that will get fixed soon. Let's take the iron ring with us. Maybe we can use it for a crafting recipe later on. Okay. It seems to work okay with that, with Essence Drain. Maybe I switch into... what's it called? Thingy-magic? Come on now. I don't know. I forgot. Blight! That's what it was, right. Maybe we'll use Blight as well, to switch it up a little bit. Because Essence Drain, we need to level that thing. It's pretty slow right now, as you can see. And we got an Essence. Good stuff. We are searching for the Den. Because we would like to go through a side quest to get another skill point? Is that a skill point or is it just another Quicksilver? Oh, I don't remember now. I think it's a skill point. It could very well just be another skill point though. Though. Ah, words are hard, guys. Words are hard. I probably shouldn't pick this one up. Yeah. Alright. There's the crossroads, so the Den must be somewhere down here-ish. Also, Flame Dash. Yes, it got a little bit of a nerf. Actually, that could serve as well. But with a certain support skill that is new, you can make Flame Dash castable up to 4 times. And it reduces the cooldown of it as well. So that worked very well on my League Start character, which is in maps, as you would expect. Took me a bit longer than I would have liked it to, but on the other hand, doesn't matter. The Den is over there. We were playing just in our group and had some fun, and it wasn't just racing to get to maps very quickly. It was just everybody was talking about the builds and just having a good time together. Honestly, that was all we did. I think pretty much all of us ended up in maps though, so that is good. So yeah, definitely a good league start for us all. We had a good time, and that is like one of the most important things, right? If you don't have a good time at league start, then I don't know. I don't know if you will be able to play the rest of the league, basically. Ooh, that's a freebie. We'll take those with us as well.
I need more pockets.
Oh, that's right. As I said though, Delirium encounters for now will be skipped. They pack a punch, seriously guys. Holy smokes. Especially in maps, it's like, wow dude, wow. There we go, 10 dex, 10 in, 20% increased crit strike chance, as well as damage increase as well, so that was worth it, for sure. Hey, you're still alive. Did you not? Thanks. Flame dash we can level. Wow, words are hard. It's not early in the morning again, I have learned my lesson. Nah, I'm kidding. I just like to record in the morning. I'll be completely honest here. It's just that the brain is the freshest in the morning, right? That makes sense. So whenever you are able to record early on, I think it helps. At least my brain does function like that. Nice. This combo with Contagion and Essence Drain works good, actually. It works pretty nice. I like it. I do like it a lot. I wasn't sure about it because I've never played it. So yeah, I'm glad it works. Really glad it works out that well, and that I like it actually. I think the effect is pretty nice as well. Really like that. I like purple. I just do. It has to be the right, like, shade of purple. But this one is really enjoyable to look at. So, do we have something we can? No, we want that. Oh, we can. No, that doesn't matter. Oh no, I want those things. Doesn't matter. We will sell stuff in town once we get maybe the next waypoint that we are after. So yeah. This is actually good single target damage as well, because it's damage over time, right? So quite surprised. Obviously we have to cast some of those on him as well. But yeah, I mean, that did work pretty well. Void manipulation we can level up for sure. Cast some essence drains on him as well as contagion. Yeah, that works really well. And after investigating a little bit, I realized how many players chose this build as their league starter. I was quite surprised, but it seems to be one of the most played builds at the moment, as far as I can tell, because I did not that much research, to be honest, what builds are currently being played, but I looked a little bit, right? Took a look at some of the streamers and YouTubers in Path of Exile, just to see what they are up to. So I find it really fascinating what people do, right? I just like the different approaches of people. I think that's always something that is very interesting to look at and to discuss with your friends and stuff. Here is the waypoint. Okay, let's quickly return and get some currency. It's just early game, it is really just how much currency can you get. We will sell Freezing Pulse as well. I wanted to keep the Iron Ring, didn't I? There we go. Throw that stuff in. Go. We can keep the... Oh, we had one either way, that's okay. Another essence though, which is nice. And let's go back to the crossroads. Let me quickly check. I think I expected to kill all the bandits, and I'm currently thinking about if I really want to do that, or if I would like to choose Alira, because she gives a mana regen buff, right? So that was kind of the thought process of me. We could get some nice mana regen basically for free-ish. We have to sacrifice 2 skill points that you would otherwise get. But I think we could also just get clarity and switch the build up a little bit from the build guide. That could be something. Yeah, whenever you are playing a build that you've never played, I would say stick to the build guide as much as you enjoy. And if you are at the point where you think, like, yeah, I need that mana regen or stuff like that, don't be afraid to incorporate your own ideas, right? And obviously, somebody that is more experienced will always make a better build guide. Not per se, but that's not what I was... Scrap that. I want to phrase that a little bit different. If you yourself get more experienced, you are more likely to make a good decision how you can adjust the build to your liking. So stuff that you personally do prefer in a build, don't be afraid to incorporate that into a build that you play after a guide. That's the wording I was after. That's what I basically wanted to say. Just if you think like, okay, this build has... Let's take an example here. You're playing a build that has... we go pretty simple here. You're playing a tank, right? And the whole idea is that you have a huge amount of health and maybe armor. Let's go armor for a little bit. But the build creator is so familiar with the build that he also avoids a lot of damage, right? And when you are starting out Path of Exile and it's your first build, you will definitely take more damage than the person that created the build, right? Because you're not as familiar with the build itself and with the game. So in my opinion, if you are playing a tank and you think like, yes, I'm playing a tank, but I still die too much. Maybe just get a cost when damage taken set up that you like. It could be Immortal Call, it could be Steel Skin, it could be Molten Shell, depending on what you're doing, right? But that could really elevate, or not only elevate your build, but also negate a lot of the problems that you have with taking damage. I mean, I certainly am not a very experienced player. As you guys know, this is my second league. So the stuff I have gathered is sometimes personal experience, because I played, what, like 6 builds in Metamorph League? Yeah, I went a bit overboard with testing out stuff. My main build throughout the league was my league starter, Enki's Archwitch, right? So that's why I always say, like, I'm very familiar with the starting progression of the witch, because it was the first I've played, and after that I've played another 2 witches. Or 3 witches. If you count the PS4 Summoner as well. So yeah, obviously I'm more experienced with witches because that's the class I've played most, right? That just instantly translates into your own skill. If you play like the same starting character over and over again, yes, you will get more familiar with how that character starts, how how you can progress with it, what are good like alternatives if your defense, or you think your defense is lacking. It doesn't necessarily have to be lacking, right? It's just if you feel like it's lacking, and you are familiar with what the class unlocks throughout the levels, so you basically know when you will get what, right? That helps immensely. Do not underestimate that. That's my personal takeaway from my time with PoE so far. And as I said, do not be afraid to experiment with stuff as well. Whoa, chill. So I would say that is always a good thing to do, right? We have another one in Act 2, I think, trial. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, why not, right? You should not be... Whoops. You shouldn't... Ah, how do I word that? Wow, I'm so sorry. I will get there, I promise you. At least I hope so. Oh. But yeah, basically don't underestimate the ideas that you have, right? I think that's what I really would like to get to. Do not underestimate your own ability to adapt to the game. There we go. Took me a little bit, but finally got my point across. And I'm saying that. I'm saying? Yeah, sure. No. I'm saying that with like, what do I have? Maybe 400 hours? Maybe 500 hours played? Let's say for 400 hours played. I also spent maybe 200 hours experimenting in Path of Building, in reading up build guides, and don't underestimate the time that you spent in theory crafting, because that's, at the end of the day, if you really want to go deep, that's the kind of stuff you will basically have to do, right? Oh, that would be better, but we need a green socket on that. Alright. Yeah, because the more you basically learn about the game, like outside of the game as well, it will impact your gameplay as well, right? And I think that's oftentimes underestimated by people. Like, yeah, I understand if you do not want to theory craft, right? I get it. I get it. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying, like, it can, or no, it will help you understand certain stuff better when you take the time to also look at the theoretical side of things, right? Not only the practical throughout playing. Sometimes, I'll give you another example. Warframe is a perfect example for that, right? Well, it's a bit of an extreme example, because basically Warframe doesn't tell you anything, right? In the beginning. Or throughout the whole game, basically. You get thrown into a certain direction at the beginning, but you are so overwhelmed with information when you start Warframe that's just like the game doesn't even give you the information that you need to learn the game, basically. So you always feel like you are lacking information. And I think the only way to really enjoy Warframe is if you have somebody to teach you like the basic but still very important stuff of the game, right? And yes, often... Oh, infused channeling, I think I will need that. And oftentimes, that stuff that people teach you isn't really brought across by the game itself, if you know what I mean. Hopefully that was somewhat clear. I really hope so. So yeah, oftentimes if you just want to figure stuff out yourself, it can be quite daunting, and that's not only Warframe, that's Path of Exile as well, right? I had the pleasure to have friends playing the game from like before I started, right? So they knew a lot, really a lot about the game, and they basically were teaching me a lot of the things that I would have to know, and they just showed me some directions here in Path of Exile, which really elevated like my enjoyment of the game as well, right? Because I finally knew what I would have to take into consideration. It's not like Diablo 2, although it's similar, right? But it's so much more. Like, it's you can do so much more than in Diablo 2, if you ask me. Yes, Diablo 2 is obviously an old game, right? So you would never expect the same complexity. But yeah, I hope that that point was made clear enough. Sorry if I am rambling like crazy right now. I I just had this on my heart, basically. I do care, you know. I do care a lot about these games.
I need more pockets.
Not only about God, how do I say that now?
I'm not smart enough for that.
Oh no, I have 2 less int. Okay, we will need to get some int. Yeah, but yeah, where was I now? I completely forgot. I talked so much about Warframe here as well, but I just think it translates, right? With Warframe, it is like if you don't have anybody to ask stuff, you are pretty much in a world of hurt until you watch some YouTube videos, right? That's why I had so much Warframe content on my channel. Maybe we will go back to that, but I'm not sure, because Warframe is in a state right now where I do not enjoy the kind of development that is going on. And yeah, we can talk about that in another video. I don't want to bring that up too much for you guys that do not play Warframe or never played it. It sounded like I want to make the game bad, but that's not it, guys. What I wanted to say is, yes, I care deeply about Warframe, as well as Path of Exile. It really grew into my heart. Really enjoying this game right now. And I think it's just important to... Sometimes you have to talk about stuff, right? Otherwise it gets stuck in your system, and I had to basically clear my system today. Sorry about that. Hopefully you could take away something that was interesting to you. If not, I am very sorry. Hope you have enjoyed the gameplay in the background though. But yeah. Yeah. Maybe I will do a Warframe video talking about the current state and my lack of motivation to play it, because stuff is going down in a way that I do not like, right? But yeah, we will see about that. That's for another video. We want a golden hand. We don't have space, so let's quickly check. We have a superior large life flask. We want to keep that. We also have this normal life flask. We don't want to keep that. Problem solved. Let's go back to town, and we will have to finish up the episode because... Oh wow, that was already like 24 minutes or something.
Speak.
Which is crazy. We can sell that stuff. We'll keep that. We have 2 grand mana flasks. I think we will hold on to those. There we go. Yeah, so next episode we will go further and do more side quests as well. Speaking of that, we can get our reward. Yeah, okay, it would be another Quicksilver flask, so that could be something we could get. Or we could get like another belt. I'm honestly thinking max life, to be honest here. Whoops, and a Book of Regret, of course, we will take that as well. We also gain cold and lightning resist a little bit, and some flask recovery stuff, which is nice. Sweet! Yeah. We are gearing up though. I do enjoy this very much so far. We have that gear that you could take a look on later, or look at. We need a quality flask tab where we can throw in, like, yeah, okay, that's okay. Yeah, so, wow. Now I lost my train of thought completely. Wow. But yeah, next episode we will be more focused on PoE again, and less about how other games work, I guess. It's okay though, it's okay. I thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, take care. Bye.